How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to episode number 6 of the True Ironman series. Now, I got a lot of really cool things planned for this episode. First of all, one of my main goals that I'd like to achieve in this episode is going to be to try to get level 38 herb lore. Once I get myself level 38 herb lore, that unlocks a ton of really cool things. First of all, I can use prayer potions to kill different kind of demi bosses. That's going to be the crazy archaeologist. It's just going to be way much easier for me to kill it. But if I want to go back there and kill it, I'm going to need to get myself a ton of death runes. Now, one of the easiest way to get death runes is going to be to kill Angus, but it just takes too long to get those runes. So what I'm going to actually try out doing is I'm going to actually try doing some barrel runs. Now, I'm not really sure how difficult that's actually going to be at my level, so that is pretty much going to be a few things that I'd like to do in this episode. And of course, I'm also going to continue and work a bit more on Slayer. Alright, well, I think that's everything that I wanted to say. Let's kick off the episode. 46 Runecrafting, awesome, can't wait till I get the level to be able to craft law runes. 47 Runecrafting, another level closer towards those law runes. Another 3k runes has been runecrafted, let's go start killing those blue dragons. Level 60 magic has now been achieved. Now with level 60 magic I unlock a ton of different things. First of all, I can now do the charged earth orb. I can also do Bolts to Beach spell once I actually learned that from the Nation Arena, as well as I can now start learning the god spells, which are going to be Sodom and Samrock and Gothic Strikes, as well as I can now have the ability to be able to get those god's capes. Blue Dragon task has finally now been completed. It took quite a while to do, but it's definitely going to be worth it because I got myself a ton of dragon bolts. So I managed to do about 100 kills with magic, and then I just finished off the rest of the kills with melee. Now throughout this task I managed to get myself 2 Slayer levels. Throughout those levels I believe I unlocked Basilisk, and I think that's it. Now that I completed the Blue Dragon task, I'm going to be taking a short break from Slayer, and while I do that I'm going to be getting myself some more herbs to get myself level 38 herb lore. Now the way that I'm going to be getting myself herbs is not going to be by killing things, but I'm actually going to use the Sorcerer's Garden Winter Maze. Now to be able to have access to that minigame, what I'm going to do is I believe I need to complete the Princess Ali's Rescue, and once I complete that I should be able to have the ability to do that minigame. Prince Ali's Rescue quest is now complete, which means that I can now have the ability to be able to start using the Sorcerer's Garden minigame. So let's go test this out for about an hour and see how many herbs I managed to get. After testing out the Winter Maze for roughly an hour, this is how much herbs that I've managed to collect. Got myself 35 Guams, also got myself 35 Harlanders, 25 Marintils, as well as 31 Romans, which is actually not too bad, to be honest. This is going to be way much more herbs than if I were to do Chaos Druids. But the thing about the Chaos Druids is that I also get a ton of higher level herbs, which is going to be much better in the long run. Now what I liked about this is that I got myself a ton of farming levels. This might not seem like it's that much, but in reality this is actually a lot of levels in 1 hour. Usually it takes quite a while to get to this level by farming potato seeds, onion seeds and all that stuff, and just getting it by doing almost nothing till 17 in just 1 hour is actually pretty nice. So this is the best part that I really like about the Sorcerer's Garden, is that you can get yourself free farming experience, which is really nice. So for those people that don't really want to plant all these low level seeds, just go to this minigame, do this for about like few hours, and you got yourself 20 enough farming, which is really nice. Now let's check out and see all the things that I've unlocked, and of course I'm going to only check out the herbs. So let's see, I can now plant Guams, Marintils, to actually a few more levels still to Romans. After thinking about this for a bit, I've decided that I'm going to head back to the Chaos Druids and just camp this out for about a day or so, and I should definitely give myself all the herbs that I need to be able to get 38 herb lore. Now the reason why I decided to head back to Chaos Druids, even though some of you guys suggested that I go to the Flesh Crawlers are actually pretty good for herbs, but the thing about it is that they only drop 1 herb at a time, and Chaos Druids actually drop multiple herbs at a time. Plus the best part about them is that I can also use my looting bag, which is going to save me a lot of time walking back and forth. Also I can get a ton of law runes, mithril bolts, and some other stuff as well. And now that I got myself the Ivan staff, I'm going to kill him much faster, so this is definitely going to be one of the best things that I can do right now for herbs. Closing in on a very special level, which is going to be level 60 attack in about 21 experience, so just 1 more hit. Level 6 attack has now been achieved, which means that I can now start using the dragon weaponry as soon as I'll be able to actually get them, because I already unlocked all the previous tier weapons. So all that I need to do now is going to be to get those dragon weapons, complete some quests, and I can start using them. Also managed to get myself 1000 total level, which is really nice. Now that I got myself level 6 attack, I believe this is time right now for me to start killing some Chaos Druids. I'm not really sure how much herbs I already managed to collect, but I can imagine it's going to be a ton of herbs, a ton of law runes, as well as mithril bolts. So let's go check out all the herbs that I managed to collect. Here's going to be all the herbs that I managed to collect. I've already cleaned a bunch of them, but I got myself a nice amount of Marintils, a ton of Hardlanders, a bunch of Tyromans, and I still need to clean a bunch of them. Also got myself a ton of Raynars, 88 Raynars and 21 more, so that's over 100 Raynars. That is just awesome. Also managed to get myself, let's see how much Mithril bolts. 600 Mithril bolts. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. So let's check out the Lawrence. Alright, not too bad, 137 Lawrence. Okay, so next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start cleaning all these herbs, and then let's continue working on Herbler. Level 30 Herbler has now been achieved, and I can now make defense potions as well as I can now clean toad flax. Just finished up cleaning all the herbs that I can. I ended up with about 180 Maritils as well as 127 Tyromans, 161 Harlanders as well as 108 Raynar weeds. Now hopefully both of these herbs over here are going to get me to level 36 Herbler. That way I can start making myself some combat potions with these Harlanders, because the secondaries are very easily obtainable. Alright, so let's start getting all the secondaries for both of these herbs, and then we're going to continue working on Herbler. So I've just remembered that I actually have myself a loop as well as the 2-tap key, so I'm really actually curious to see if I can give myself those rune plate legs. The chances of getting them are about, I think, like 2% or something like that, so it's extremely low, but who knows, I actually might be able to get it. That'll be really nice because that completes my rune set. First ever crystal chest coming up, let's see what I get. 100 gold, not too bad. It's crazy how much I've been learning while I'm playing on this account. I actually had no idea that in the Tower of Life you can actually get multiple drops from combining different kind of materials. For example, in the basement room I can use 1 eye of newt as well as 1 chicken feather, and from that I can actually get 4 to 12 eye of newt. I was struggling getting few eye of newts from cave crawlers, and over here I can simply get at least 4 of them in just 1 drop, which means that I can now start using up the Guams, which is going to give me a decent amount of XP, and I can also get a bunch of different things. Let's see, like the unicorn horns, I can get 2 to 4, which I'm actually going to be using as well to give myself a bunch of unicorn horns. Also can give myself red spider eggs, and this is actually going to be one of the few methods that I'm actually going to be doing to get myself the red spider eggs. Now before I start the Tower of Life quest, I'm going to need to get myself 10 construction, so let's begin working on that, and then after that we'll start doing the quest. There we go, made myself some iron nails. They should definitely be enough to level 10 construction. Alright, next up let's go start making some planks, and then after that we'll get level 10 construction. Tower of Life quest has now been completed, which gives me access to be able to start using the creature creations, and I can't wait to start using that because this is going to be one of the best methods that I'm going to be using to get myself some secondaries for Herbler. Level 53 defense coming in as well as level 70 combat, which means that I can now start using Shelter as a Slayer Master. Level 15 fire making coming in, and I can now burn oak logs. Just a few more potions left to make, and I should be able to get myself 36 Herbler. Alright, there we go. There's level 36 Herbler, which means that I can now start making combat potions. You can now make Barrier Store potions. Great, I've been working towards this for quite a while and I finally managed to get it. So with that, now I can start doing some barrel runs. Now even though I got myself a bunch of prayer potions, it's still going to be very difficult for me to do barrel runs early on because I have pretty low defense for barrels and my armor is just terrible. All I can wear right now is going to be black, so that's going to make barrel runs very difficult. So it seems that I actually don't need to start working on any of the quests to be able to have access to the Barrel Spreader minigame, but I am going to work on a few quests anyways. The first quest that I'm going to start working on is going to be called In Search of Marique. The reason why I want to work on this quest is because it gives me a nice shortcut to the Mortson City, so I don't have to go throughout the whole swamp, which is going to save me a lot of time. Also, as soon as I complete that quest, it gives me access to be able to start doing the In Aid of Marique quest. Now the reason why I need to start the In Aid of the Marique quest because it gives me access to the Bertarop City. Once I be able to have access to that city, I can start killing some vampire juvenites. Now, and you guys know, of course, that's going to be the monster that I'm going to be killing to get the rest of my mithril armor pieces. So what I decided to do is actually I'm going to be working on this episode to try to get all the pieces if I can. Once I get all the pieces, I'm going to skip all the way to the rune armor. Once I start wearing the rune armor, then I'm going to start trying some barrels, because with black armor it's just going to be way too hard for me to do barrel runs. About to finish up the In Search of Marique quest, and then after that I can start doing the In Aid of Marique quest, and then once I start the quest I should be able to start killing the vampire juvenites. Yes, that is what I'm talking about, guys. Just got myself mithril plate legs, which is awesome. The last thing that I need to get here is going to be a mithril med helm or a full helm, and then after that I can just go and get myself a mithril chain body from Harpybuck Swarms or Pyrofiends. Just got myself a mithril full helm, which means that now all I have to get is going to be a mithril chain body. So let's go to Let's see, why don't we try out some paraffins? Just finished up doing my first paraffin strip. Did not manage to give myself a medium chain body, but I did though manage to give myself a medium glue skull, which is nice. Also got myself level 56 defense. So let's go smash out this medium glue skull and come back and try to get the mithril chain body. For my next step of the glue, I'm going to need to make myself a ruby amulet, and for that I'm going to need to give myself 50 crafting. Now currently now I have level 38 crafting, and if I pick all the flags, I believe I need to get roughly about like 4,600 flags, which is actually quite a lot, but the thing is, I'm still going to get more of these challenges later on, and plus I really do need to get myself a good amulet that I can use for melee, so might as well work on this for now because I'm still going to work on it later. Now while I'm working on getting myself 50 crafting to be able to make myself the ruby amulets, I wanted to share with you guys a really nice place that you guys can use to pick flags. Personally, I think this is going to be one of the best places that requires no requirements at all, and this is going to be right beneath the Gnome Stronghold Bank. So there's going to be a few flags, there's one over here and another one here, and two of these are plenty enough to get a quick inventory, and all you have to do after that is just climb the staircase and you're right at the bank. So this is going to be one of the closest places that you guys can use to pick flags. And there we go guys, there's level 50 crafting, which means that I can now make myself amulet of strength. So let's go make the ruby amulet to complete the medium glue skull. Also let's make ourselves a strength amulet that I can use for melee. Alrighty, here is a strength amulet for me to use for melee, as well as a ruby amulet to complete a medium glue skull. You know, usually this would be a really bad glue skull, but this is actually a really useful glue skull to me because this unlocks the next tier of the short bows, since I already unlocked the maple short bow. And then after that, as soon as I give myself a magic short bow, I can use that. Plus, I got myself an adamant pickaxe, which is really nice, which means that I can now upgrade all the way till adamant from a black pickaxe. The black pickaxe was just terrible to use, but now I got myself an adamant pickaxe, which is nice. Now I kind of want to AFK right now, so what I'm going to be doing right now is I'm going to be cutting myself some more maple logs. That way I can cut them and shrink them, and then I'll them for 200k that I can use to be able to upgrade my advanced staff. As soon as I'm done with that, we'll go finish off getting myself the mithril chain body, and then I believe we should be all set to start trying up some barrels. 60 wood cutting coming in, and I can now chop logs. Awesome. Alright, so this is going to be the last batch of nature runes that I'm going to need to craft, and I should have myself all the nature runes that I need to be able to alch all the bows. Let's take a second right now to look at this drop. Usually this would be a pretty useless drop for the majority of the people, but for me this is actually a very special drop. I've just got myself the last piece to complete one of the lower armor sets, which means that after this set I can jump all the way to rune armor, which just makes things so much more easier, and it's been awesome. You know, it's been really fun completing all the low level sets, and from now on it actually gets much harder. And as always, you guys know what we need to do. Let's put on the full mithril set. Alright, and there we go guys, there's the full mithril set, which means that I can now move on to adamant, and I already have myself the full adamant set, so let's put that on as well. So there we go guys, there's the adamant set complete. Next up, let's go put on the rune armor. Alright, so this is so far all the rune pieces that I managed to get. Also got myself a rune plate body, but I can't use that because I got that from a hard glue skull. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to first get myself a rune plate skirt or rune plate legs, and then after that I can do the dragon slayer quest, and then I can wear both of those. But so far this is going to be a much better improvement that I can use for barrels, going to be much better to use than I was planning on using black, which would have been terrible to use. Alright guys, so I'm all set and ready to try out some barrels. Now this is going to be the setup that I'm going to be using. Not the best setup, but this is pretty much the best thing that I can get right now. Also I'm going to be using a bunch of prayer potions and some lobsters. Probably later on I'm just going to get myself some more entangled runes. That should save me a ton of prayer potions. Alright, well, let's start doing some barrels, and hopefully that's barrels luck is going to be as good on this account as it was on my ultimate Ironman account. First ever barrel chest coming up. Let's see if we can actually manage to get an item on the first chest. Alright, so got myself some coins, chaos runes, and some bolt racks. Not too bad. Here we go for chest number 2. Hopefully on this one I actually managed to get myself at least some death runes. I really need those. Alright, let's see what we get. That is what I'm talking about, guys. 148 death runes, bolt racks, mine runes, chaos runes, and blood runes. That is really nice. Chest number 3 coming up. Let's see what we get from this chest. Alright, more death runes and some bunch of other runes plus some bolt racks. Here we go for chest number 4. Alright, some more death runes, some coins, and some more mine runes. Level 62 mage coming in. Chest number 5. Alright, some more runes, awesome. After doing about 5 barrel chests, I've almost completely run out of fire runes. Now I'm going to need to go and Runecraft about 1500, which should be enough to give me about another 5 more chests. Now before I do that, I'm going to need to go and get myself a fire talisman. One of the easiest way that I believe that I'm going to get it is going to be by getting it from the abyss. So let's go ahead there and get myself a fire talisman. There we go, guys, just picked up myself a fire talisman. Didn't take too long at all, which is really nice. Let's go start crafting some fire runes. For my 6th chest reward, I get myself some more runes and bolt racks, which is always really nice. Chest number 7 coming up, let's see what I get. Alright, a ton of death runes, coins, and some mine runes. This is going to be chest number 8, let's see what I get. Alright, some more runes, coins, and some more bolt racks, still no items. For my 9th chest, I get myself a bunch more runes. This is going to be the last chest that I'm going to be doing for this video. I really hope that I can actually give myself one of the pieces. I honestly don't care which one, as long as I give myself a piece, that'll be really nice. Alright, let's see if I actually manage to get lucky enough to get it. And with that last barrel chest, I'm going to be ending the episode here. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I managed to get a ton of progress done in this episode. I managed to unlock rune armor, which is really nice. I can now use good armor for Slayer and a bunch of other things as well. Also managed to do 10 barrel chest, which was pretty awesome. Got myself a ton of runes that I can use for other bosses and just some other stuff as well. But I did not manage to get myself any of the barrel pieces, which is okay. I only did 10 barrels chest. You know, I can't always be lucky on all of my accounts. And I guess that's all I wanted to say in this episode, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed everything that I managed to accomplish in this video. And to be looking forward to the next episode. Hopefully I'm going to do some other bossing in the next episode as well. Aside from that, guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll be seeing you guys in episode number 7.